Alright everyone, here we go with the Twin Flame Journey reading. I think I slept all day yesterday, Tuesday, after doing 12 readings in one day on Monday. I'll tell you what. Here we are, Wednesday. I'm sitting in the middle of torrential rain here in Southern California. Let's pull ourselves a Twin Flame Journey reading. One deck for the Divine Feminine, one deck for the Divine Masculine. After all this, let's see where we go here. It's kind of a dust settling time right now a little bit, right? Because we're sort of in between things. Mercury about to change signs. I'll pull on that at the top of April, but probably Sunday the 2nd or something like that. But for right now, we're letting the dust of March set in. You know, there's a lot of thinking going on. There's a lot. It may feel, for some of you, the energy may feel strange. You might have strange days where things feel off or sideways. That's likely to happen in the week that we're in right now. Okay, and again, this reading is timeless. So whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. The energy's always there. You're all just moving at different speeds on the freeway of the river of energy, if you will. So we'll see. But for a lot of you, yeah, I know for me, everything feels a little sideways. Kind of this week, everything feels weird, otherworldly. We'll see. Let's pull shuffling for the Divine Feminine right now. Let's do it. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. I already said this reading is timeless. There's a whole playlist of these, so you know, again, you might be here, you might be new here, and you should track back. You might be further back on the soulmate cycle. You know, it's all just a river. That's what energy readers call it. We call it the river. And you might be at a different point on the river. Who knows? But let's see. The Divine Feminine. Where are we going here, universe? Give me the soulmate cycle on the angle of the Divine Feminine side. Splitting the polarities here. It's actually pretty easy to do. Let's see. Bottom of the deck for you. The DF, which most of you are. Find this channel. The Five of Wands is the environmental energy around you. Well, rewind. What did I just get done saying? You know, this is that energy of everything kind of, what's going on? What's this? What's that? Everything feels a little off. It's kind of like that here a little bit. This is the weakest energy as the energy reflects for me off the cards. So it's fairly mild. What's the base energy here for the DF? Yeah, it's the weakest energy right here, crossing one of the most powerful energies I can pull. It's the Hierophant crossed by the Five of Wands. The Hierophant crossed by the Five of Wands. And it's funny that I'm leaving, just as I put the deck down, I leave just the key that the Raven is sitting on. Just the key. That's it. This is a very important time. Because the first half of April, we kind of have a lot of, it's sort of a crossroads. We've been talking about that. We talked about it in the April monthly readings. I talked about it in the write-up I did on April on my calendar page and the blog. And it's true. This is an important time. The answers are all there. All of it. All right? All going to reach a crossroads, a bit of a decision point. Let's clarify that. All right, before we get to the Divine Masculine here. Let's talk about it. Why is the Hierophant here? It's actually very cool. It's actually very cool energy. I actually don't mind it, although I think it's bothering some people that don't know what's going on. It will for about the next week or so. All right, right around. It'll probably seem odd or off right up until about the time Venus moves into Gemini, if I'm to give you a reference point. Okay, so let's see where we go. That's sort of the decision time on that crossroads, if you will. Let's see. The Hierophant, tell me, and the Five of Wands will come with it. Tell me about the Hierophant on the DF side. That's nice. It's very spiritual. Don't, you know, try not to question too much. Again, there's an energy here. Do what you want to do, obviously. But there's an energy here of if it feels right, it is right. Go with the feelings. Try not to, you know, let the thoughts drive you crazy. All right. Let's see here. Why is the Hierophant here? Okay, we got it. What's on top? Three of Wands. Yeah, everything. You see, I'm not making this stuff up. It's right there. Three of Wands, right on the precipice of something brand new. Try to stay out of your head a little bit. But you know, if everything feels a little weird, a little catawampus, little nod to my Texas following there. If everything feels a little catawampus or batshit catawampus, let it. It's okay. Everything might feel a little off. We're right on the edge here. You'll be able to feel it. You'll be able to pick up on a lot of things if you shut your mind down a little bit, okay? You'll be able to pick up. You'll be able to kind of know where you're going. It'll help you with the decisions anyway. You know what? I got a strange energy here. What's the center card? I don't know what this is, but it's red with the Five of Wands. Oh, that's why. It's the Magician. Yeah, it's a kind of a strange sort of thing to tell you here. These two are read together, and this Magician is crossed by the Two of Wands. It is one of those, and this came up for one of the sign angles in April. I don't remember which one. It's one of those dream a little dream type things, okay? Allow the emotions to flow. It's extremely important. There's a lot of old karma that we're taking care of here in the first half of April. A lot of old karma's being taken care of. You're about to get everything you need to go on a new journey here. And that Two of Wands crossing that Magician talks about that all by itself. That Five of Wands, again, everything always feels a little weird. It's this week where we are right now is a bit of the dirt road patch before we hit the pavement and things smooth out a little bit, all right? I'd say the pavement begins around, just to give you a reference point, around the time Venus moves into Gemini. And I don't remember what specific day that is. It may be the 9th or the 6th or sort of one of those days. What's red with the Three of Wands? Seven of Cups. This is kind of why it's important to stay out of your head a little bit and not let everything feels weird and just dwell on that. Just let everything feel weird. Just let it flow. There's a lot of different things that are going to be coming in. A lot of different lessons and different things to apply. Whenever we talk about old karma that's being dealt with, right? Old patterns and things like that. There's always a lot more attached to it than just the pattern itself. Okay? There's always a lot of different things. Be careful about allowing any kind of confusion to come in. You don't have to make any decisions right now, is kind of what this says. It says we're just look off on the horizon. See all the possibilities that are out there. Allow yourself to feel those. So when it comes to making decisions in the first part of April, you already know what you want. You can't make a decision if you don't know what you want. You have to at least know what you want and what you're after. That's why I say dream a little dream. You know, show the universe what you want. Try out different things. You could use daydreams to try out different things to see how you'll feel within that, right? And if you're not good at that, you can practice by daydreaming about something scary. It's usually the easiest thing to do. Daydream about going on a roller coaster or jumping out of a plane, right? That always scares people. Imagine that and take yourself right through it and then the jump and see if you can feel exactly what you might feel if you were to do that the moment you were to jump. You know, you might even get cold feet and feel that, and that's fine. It's perfectly fine. So this is about, again, be comfortable at the precipice, staring out at the horizon and looking at the different options, okay? Because we do have decision time coming up because the energy in the second half of April picks up speed like crazy. And you got to know what you want when you hit that, or else the whole year becomes catawampus because it's full of change. And this, you know, you don't want a confusion energy around your whole year. Let's talk about the DM side. Randomly at the bottom is 8 Wands. There's forward movement there for sure. Let's do it. Tell me about the DM side. What's going on here? What's going on the DM side of the equation, universe? Let's see. See what we get here. See what the 74 Pinto. This is the beautiful brand new BMW. About to get a nice wash and maybe a tune-up. This right here, I don't know. It's a 74 Pinto. There's not much you can do to it. We'll see. All right, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they take the motor out and put in a nice, and put in a V8 or something. I don't know. Soup it up a little bit. Let's see. That 8 of Wands might indicate that I showed you. Okay, there. I'll show you your bottom card first. I'll show you theirs first. Their environmental energy is 6 Pentacles. Okay? It feels balanced to me, but I don't have a cup here, so I don't know. What's the base energy? Hopefully I get a cup. I do. I get the King of Cups. Look at that. I didn't know that was there. I said, hopefully I get a cup because I didn't feel one here. In this energy of right now, okay, the runner's side is I want to say coming to some realizations, but I don't have a temperance energy here. What I have more is somebody who is trying to figure out how to have their cake and eat it too. All right, how to express emotion, right? Probably toward this side, although I don't have an indicator of that yet, about how to process emotions and still stay in their comfort zone. You see, here's the thing. The DF side has come up a lot in vibration, especially since I first got here. All right. The DF side isn't looking to stay in their comfort zone. This is an energy when you're high vibration, you venture out of your comfort zone. That's what this Three of Wands is talking about with this Seven of Cups. Look at the different options that are out there and see what you want. Feel it. Allow yourself to feel it. Over here, somebody, so they're looking to go out of your comfort zone. This side wants to keep the comfort zone. The comfort zone for them is Pentacles. That's what this King of Cups is saying. That's why I said when I felt this, I said I don't feel any cups. It's Pentacles. Here's my cups right here, but it's a King of Cups, right? He very afraid to be vulnerable in the context of the DM, right? Gives just what they have to give, keeps the rest, very controlling with it, all that kind of thing. That energy is getting old. It's starting to come up here where I notice his gray hair, right? Somebody's trying to stay in their comfort zone and have their cake and eat it too. In other words, I could be vulnerable. I could go tell the DF how I feel. For example, I could go tell the DF how I feel, but somehow I'm going to kind of keep my word. I'm going to stay the same. You're not going to stay the same. This is a powerful connection. They can't stay the same. Change is inevitable here, especially here in 2023 from the middle of April on. The first quarter of the year was intense energy that was fed from portal season at the end of 2022. The pins are set up. They're about to get knocked down in the energy currents are about to pick up speed big time. You'll feel it even if someone's not watching one of my readings and they don't understand energy, they just go about their life. They're going to feel like the rest of this year goes by like that. The snap of a finger. The rest of the year just zips right by. That's the way they'll feel. And they'll miss everything, right? If you're aware of it, which you are, it's slow. It slows it down for you. You know, it's slow motion. That said, all right, here we go. Let's clarify. All right. All right, here we go. Tell me about the King of Cups. Somebody wanting their cake and eat it too. Stay in the comfort zone. Should have been Marie Antoinette upright, right? What's going on here? The Six of Pentacles will come with it. Let's clarify. Oh, wrong deck. I was wondering why I wasn't getting anything. Clarify with the little light seer deck for them. Let's go. Tell me about the King of Cups. The Six of Pentacles will come with it. Let's see where we go. I don't have any indication this right now, between the end of March and this first part of April. You know, this first lead into April of this energy coming toward this. I don't. And that makes sense. I shouldn't. I really shouldn't, actually. Because it's exactly what I told you. It's just this side isn't doing it, really. This side is kind of, trying to stay safe. They got that, I always call it Linus's blankie, right? From the Peanuts comic strip. He's got that blanket he carries around with him, his little blankie. The pentacles are that for them. There's some kind of, on this side, some kind of family unit that's more like a cult than a family, or some sort of money or image or something on this side that keeps this person, either that or it's core programming that keeps this person from being vulnerable. It can be. Can also be what life taught us. The internet is, it sounds weird coming from a guy sitting on the internet, but I don't like the internet. The internet is a social experiment that failed miserably. It started out okay. It should have been a good idea, but all it did was polarize society. That's all it did. And it causes this. It causes this energy of someone who, is afraid to be vulnerable. It's a bit like you've got someone who can talk to people online without any problem, but when it comes to getting together, they run. That kind of thing. It's like that. It's like that a little bit. Let's see where we go. When it comes to saying how they feel in person, is different. Let's see. King of Cups. Why is it here? King of Cups. All right. I got my shuffle. Oh. Remember, you had, is it still here? No, I shuffled it away. You had the Two of Wands crossing the Magician. Okay, remember that. And we talked about that on your side. Their center card, whatever it is crossed by judgment. There's a lot of power over here. The universe is like, on the power scale, it's sort of like this side's got it. It's all set. It's got, the DF side has people like Steve and others out there, and the books you're reading and stuff like that to help kind of guide and sort of point you in the right direction, tell you about the energy. This side doesn't have that. They're not really all that spiritual with it all through all of this. This side over here is where the universe is dumping most of its energy, right? So, but that's really having a backfire effect. I think it's scaring this side a little bit. And we see that in a lot of the readings. What's on top? Eight of Wands. Yeah, there's the Eight of Wands again, which was randomly at the bottom of the big light seer when I picked it up. I showed it to you. Here it is from the little one that we're clarifying with, and it's the first card out. It means that the Eight of Wands was always here. There's always a reason for things. There's a reason I showed you what was randomly at the bottom of their deck before I started shuffling. It was Eight Wands. Well, when the Eight Wands comes out here in the clarifiers from another deck on top of that King of Cups, it means that energy was always there. I'm right. They are moving forward. Absolutely moving forward, but trying to have their cake and eat it too, trying to hold on to the past, which they should be letting go of. And we should all be. There are aspects, there's ancient, old karma. For most people, it's a combination of past life things that we've carried over and things that we've learned and picked up. Everything is changing here. It's a big year of change. Now, you don't have to change with it. You've got free will. The energy just provides an opportunity. We don't control the energy that we live in. So that's why I always teach everybody to be like water. You just adapt. That's all. Water takes the shape of whatever you pour it into. This side is not being like water. Okay? It really isn't. It's being like lead, to be honest. And I'm not talking about melted lead, liquid lead. No, that's not what I'm talking about. The energy is moving over here, though. What's going on? What's the center card? Red with the Six of Pentacles and crossed by judgment. Yeah, see the Five of Cups. See it? Look, there's a, what did I say? Rewind. Come on. Look at, on this Five of Cups card, she got 3 cups down, right? And 2 cups still standing. This person here is focused more on the 3 cups down in this particular card. They're trying to hold, oh, these are shitty cups, but over here there's a lot of love and emotion, but I still, these are, I wonder if I could repair these. I wonder if there's anything I can do to hold on to these. Need to get rid of that shit and move toward the 2, but there's resistance to it here. That's why the universe, with judgment crossing that, is dumping a lot of energy over here. So right now, the DM side is, well, it's a time of reckoning, really, more than anything else. It's a time of somebody the universe trying to get them to rise like a phoenix, and somebody's trying to reboot whatever it is, repair these 3 cups so that they can at least take them with them in their pocket broken. All right? And that's not something that jives with this side, because this side is looking at new horizons, lots of new horizons, feeling different things, resolving old karma. The flow is over here. There's very little resistance here. The only resistance that shows is on the DF side is 5 of Wands. It's nothing. It's the weakest energy that, as it reflects to me off the cards. So again, we have a definite dichotomy here in the level of energy that we have. Just let it go, all right, and put some pants on. What's red with the 8 of Wands? This will be nice because we've had it twice. Look at that. Look, do you see the feedback loop? Do you even need me to show you the feedback loop? Look, the 8 of Wands was at the bottom of this deck randomly. I showed it to you. Then I shuffled. I got the 6 of Pentacles at the bottom, crossing this King of Cups, which I've explained. Then I went to the clarifiers. I got the 8 of Wands. That said on top of here, and that said that the 8 of Wands energy was there. The forward movement was there, right? And then I asked, why is the 8 of Wands here? Pulling on all the 8 of Wands, I get the 6 of Pentacles again, right there. So again, it's a feedback loop. It is just, what is the DM side doing in this energy? They're trying to figure out how to have their cake and eat it too. The only thing these card reads are, for me, is verification of my energy read. I read you the energy first, and then I pull the cards. Here is your proof. Especially for those people that think, well, you could take any card and twist it. Love those people. They crack me up. No, you can't. The energy reflects. I mean, maybe you could make up stories, but it's a little hard to make up stories when you get a visible feedback loop like this. It's what they're trying to do. This center card is all important. They're trying to resurrect the wrong thing, okay? And the universe is dumping a lot of energy over here. There is a lot on this side. You're pretty much just getting the advice to allow yourself to feel. You know, it's almost a unicorn reading over here. Allow yourself to feel. Look at the different horizons. Over here, you get the stern voice, you know. Somebody here is moving forward. Yes, they are moving forward. With what? With this Six of Pentacles energy. What's this Six of Pentacles energy? Well, it's that having their cake and eating it too. The little blankie trying to figure out how to fix these 3 cups. So, it's fine. It may result in communication. I don't know. It should. The universe trying to move them forward. I said there's a lot of energy the universe is pouring over here. You want proof? I didn't know that was there. It's the Chariot. And the Emperor drives the Chariot, right? But it's just an indication of how much forward movement the universe is pushing here. I feel this energy coming in. And then I feel a massive amount of resistance to it because somebody trying to still fix the 74 Pinto. The universe is in effect handing this person their own brand new BMW. And they're like, well, yeah, I know it's free, but I still have to pay the tax on it. But maybe I can fix the 74 Pinto. Maybe I can take some parts off the new BMW and put them on the 74 Pinto. That's fucking backwards. Okay, get rid of, have the tow truck come, take the 74 Pinto to the junkyard and keep the new BMW. Pay the goddamn taxes on it, whatever. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day here, that's what's going on this side. I think they get past this. I think they're going to have to at some point. For those of you where you hear from your person, right, you don't have a super fuckwit, just a fuckwit. For those of you where you hear from your person, they pushed past this a little bit. I think the key indicator to the ones that don't come in are the ones that just won't let go of these 3 broken cups, whatever it represents on their side, which is generally just a way they've been living. Who they've been living with, how they've been trapped, how they've been afraid to be vulnerable, and all of that. All right? At the end of the day, that's that. Let's see if the witches have anything to tell us. So that's where we're at. It's not your typical twin flame journey reading. It really is. As these always do, they tell us where we're at. The last few have been showing forward movement or some sort of indication of the DM coming toward the DM. But it shouldn't have come up that way this time, and it didn't. And I like that. It should not have come up this way. All right, let's see. This is why I don't like people that just read cards. By the cards here, somebody's coming in and communicating with you, right? And I would get 80,000 views on this video if I did that. Literally 4 times what the video will get. This is right here, just by the cards, reading cards from a book. What's this one mean? What's this one mean? That's a party game. Okay, that's what the book is for. It's supposed to be for fun. This is reflecting energy. And by the cards, yes, somebody regrets it, and they're turning around with judgment. They're turning around and headed right for you. Same thing here. It says the same thing. Somebody regrets it, and now they want to give to something that they didn't want to give. You've all heard that read a million times with these types of cards here. Yeah, by the cards, that's what it says, but I'm being honest with you by how the energy is reflecting. The universe gave me these cards for a reason. You know what? You take the reading however you want. If you want to sit around and think that this person's coming towards you, about to communicate, you knock yourself out if that makes you feel better. But it won't make you feel better on the back end when I'm right. And what they're doing is they're trying to have their cake and eat it too. All right? It's a complicated energy in this soulmate cycle. The energies are hidden and very deep underneath the surface. You know, you see it all the time with my readings when I pull the surface energy, right? I pull a pre-shuffle. That's the surface energy. And then you see what happens when we pull the reading after that, which goes underneath the layers and digs in and finds, yeah, but what? You know, that kind of thing. Let's talk to the witches. Anyway, you take the readings however you want. But you definitely, on this side, whatever floats your boat. But I'm right. Over here, I'm right too. Please, take the advice that I gave you, but do it. Obviously, make your own decisions. I have to say that, but there's really nothing here. I just told you to daydream a little bit, stay out of, you know, and try not to resist it. If something makes you feel bad, allow that to flow. If something makes you feel good, allow that to flow. Allow it all to flow. And there's a definite decision point, a definite moment you'll feel in the first part of April where everything changes. And you will feel that energy pick up at the second half of the month. You will feel the speed of the environmental energy around you pick up. You definitely will. Especially after Saturn has sextile with the North Node. All right? Followed closely by that Aries solar eclipse, which is secondary to the Saturn energy, in my opinion, for the month. But it's still important. All right. We're talking to the witches. Anything else you want to tell everybody before we go here? I don't know if it wants to talk about you or them. I have no idea. I have no idea. All right, let's see. Let's see what the witches have to... It wants to talk about them. It's the Six of Pentacles again. We can't get rid of it. Six of Pentacles at the bottom will be crossing the center card I pull. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the Page of Cups, the Empress, Jesus, and the Page of Pentacles. Listen, Mr. or Mrs. Six of Pentacles over here, Six of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. They are very attracted to you. They want to give to you for sure. They do. They want to. But somebody here this is a card of the student, right? Student. When you're a student, you try to, it's Page of Pentacles. When you're a student, you try to figure things out, don't you? A good teacher never gives the answer. They allow the student to explore, and then you sort of guide them and push them around. If you just give somebody the answer, it doesn't really stick as much as when we explore and learn it. It's the same thing that's happened to music. You haven't seen a lot of innovation in music. Everybody, all the big guitar heroes, for example, from the 60s, Hendrix, and the 70s, Eric Clapton, and the Van Halens, and Jimmy Page, and all that, they're still the heroes. They're still the guitar heroes. There hasn't been a lot of innovation. Why? Because the internet came along and put all kinds of tab transcriptions online. Anybody can learn any song they want now. Just look it up and read it and practice it and play it. But that's not the same thing as when I was a kid and when those guys were kids having to sit down with the records and figure stuff out. When you figure stuff out, you learn more, it sticks. That's where you sort of develop your style. It's not just mimicking a bunch of shit that you can just read. So again, another way the internet's gone wrong. But it's actually killed innovation in a lot of ways in a lot of areas. Somebody here is being forced to play by ear. They're being forced to sit down with the record and figure something out. And one of the things they're figuring out, why they're trying to have their cake and eat it too, as it came up over here, is because they have a lot of love, but they're not quite sure how to handle it. So, it's like, here's a child, right? She doesn't know how to handle this tidal wave of love. So what does she do? She compensates in a way. Usually with this, it's door slamming and screaming and things like that. Somebody wants to hold on, have their cake and eat it too, it's like, I see it all the time. I see kids always want their independence, right? They get to a certain age, they want to go out on their own and have their independence. And some of them do, but they always end up back home to do laundry and have dinner and get free food, raid the kitchen, things along those lines. Usually the parents don't lock the door and say, goodbye, you're gone. Yeah, it's adorable that they want their independence. But the truth of the matter is they want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to be able to come back and do laundry. They want to be able to come back and steal food from the kitchen and have dinner and things like that. They want to know that that home base is there. That's what this side is trying to do. The problem is this isn't that. This is about love, emotion, and changing your life. This is about changing from someone who is afraid to be vulnerable to someone who is vulnerable. And it's different. They need to let go of these three cups and stop trying to fix them. I think they're having to figure that out, and I think it's scaring them. This tidal wave is scaring this little girl right here. Okay, that's your person, male or female. They're that little girl. It's scaring them. And this here, as far as communication goes, it's making them nervous to communicate. And even this girl here, if I look at it on this card, she's hiding. She's using this pentacle as a shield and hiding behind it a little bit. Again, they want their cake. They want to have their cake and eat it too. The message for you is this person here. This is your energy. It's reflecting as pure Empress energy. All right? There's a lot of attraction here. This is someone who's not just going to, you're the primary focus in all of this. The problem is they get scared. And then they run back and hide behind the shield of what was their pentacle. So again, the universe just backing it up. somebody wanting to have their cake and eat it too. Some little child that wants to be independent. I'm out of here. I'm independent. Well, if you're out of here, why you keep coming back for dinner? Okay, why? Okay, if you're out, you're out. You know, when I was out, I was out. I gone. I left. I moved 3,000 miles away. I wasn't coming home to do laundry. But at the end of the day here, they're not me. And it's very different. And they're not you either. They're having, in this energy, they're having a very different experience than you are. These are two different experiences. This is magic. This is like unicorns and rainbows over here. And you can see the rainbow. There it is. It's right there. Over here, it's not. In fact, with that, where the hell is it? Do I still have it? With the judgment card here, it's pretty scary. This is actually kind of a scary energy to this person. Very much so. And it matches, it color matches this Five of Cups and these Six of Pentacles here, big time. It's a big deal. The forward movement, how fast is it? How fast are they being pushed? Which is only having an effect of making them very nervous, because they're really feeling you in this, and their feelings are coming up as well. How fast? Well, that's where we bring the Chariot in with the reds, and the reds over here. This is a speedometer all by itself, this Eight of Wands, which we had twice. This is showing the force behind it. This is like the torque, right? Everyone talks about with cars, they talk about horsepower, right? This is the horsepower. Sure, yeah, it's got a lot of horsepower, but it's got a lot of torque too. The torque is what throws you back in your seat. That's how hard you get pushed back when it's going. All of that kind of stuff. Horsepower is just waste, right? It's like wattage on a light bulb. Wattage is waste. It's just the heat. It's a measurement of the heat coming off the light bulb. The real power is in the amps that are powering it. Well, there's a lot of amps powering this energy that's pushing this person forward. It's making them nervous though. Over here, you're smooth as silk. It's not making you as nervous. With Five Wands here, it's not making you as nervous. That's a very mild bullshit energy. I think most of you are going to have some pleasurable dreams during this. Allow those to flow. Okay, this side over here, whatever they do, they do. Again, your attitude here for April should be whatever will be, will be. Okay, Sarah, Sarah. Whatever happens, happens. However you want to phrase it. However you want to play it. It doesn't matter. Worry about you. This side will take care of itself one way or another. They're either going to come in or they're not. Either way, there's some amazing things. Brand new life, brand new horizon. Very spiritual shit with the Hierophant here. All right, but the time of right now, again, I talked about it in the beginning, is the key to it all. So it's important that you follow this energy flow here. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I do. I do my best for you guys. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.